According to Carl Jung, the psyche, which is an individual's total personality, which contains thoughts, feelings, behaviors, emotions, can be divided into two parts, conscious and unconscious. Conscious is by definition what we are aware of. Now, this conscious is dwarfed in comparison to the unconscious realm. Unconscious, again, what we are not conscious of. The conscious and the unconscious interact with each other, although not by direct means. But this nature of interaction is compensatory. What that means is that if an individual is operating mainly from one side, from the conscious side, but they are repressing their other instincts, then the unconscious will come up ways to compensate for that behavior. So it may look like the shadow surfacing in some situations, or the unconscious trying to communicate through symbols in dreams or visions. The conscious contains ego and persona. Ego is our self identity, it is how we see ourselves. Now, this may not be truly correct because most of us have not integrated our shadows, so we only accept certain aspects of ourselves and we deny others. So, this ego is, it contains the good, the bad, the ugly, but still it is not a true picture of who we are. But nevertheless, this is what we think of ourselves. That's the ego. It's conscious and we are aware of it. Persona. Persona is a mask, a social mask that we wear when we are interacting with others. And here we adopt different roles depending on who we are interacting with. So we may have a different role that we play when we are at our workplace, or when we are in our intimate relationships, or when we are out in public. So these are the different faces that we want to show the world. And this is different from the ego because here we are still projecting only a specific image that we would like others to see. That's the persona. Coming to unconscious. Now, the unconscious has two parts, personal unconscious and collective unconscious. Personal unconscious is still unconscious. We are not aware of it, but it is the storehouse of everything that happened to us. It's unique to the individual. So it might contain everything that was forgotten or insignificant or that was repressed, but it was all related to the individual. That's the personal unconscious. Next is collective unconscious. Collective unconscious contains inherited beliefs, instincts, archetypes that may be based on family, culture, society, or even world at large. This is where inherited ancestral trauma may come in. According to Jung, archetypes are identical psychic structures common to all. These are inherited psychic patterns which show up as symbols, and they are found in a lot of religions and cultures in the world. These symbols also showed up in Jung's patients, dreams, and fantasies. Young student Eric Newman used this analogy to describe the archetypes. Just as we are born with the physical organs, similarly, the mind has these psychic organs, which can be called the archetypes. So they have this psychic potential that can be later used by us. These archetypes communicate between the conscious and unconscious. We are unconscious of the archetypes, but they can help us, guide us, inspire us, or even instill fear in us. According to Jung, there are infinite types of archetypes, but some common ones that we see depicted in movies and stories are the hero, the warrior, the caregiver, the jester, the magician. So these are some common types that we encounter in stories. In my opinion, archetypes can be compared to the programs that come preloaded on our computers, like the operating system, device drivers, antivirus, file compression, disk cleanup. So these are already there and ready to be used, similar to archetypes. Let's talk about the three main archetypes. Number one, the shadow. The shadow is the most accessible one because it is something that we underwent in our personal history. These are the experiences that were not considered acceptable by people around us, so we repress them. It contains the feelings of guilt, shame, rage, and even positive qualities, maybe charisma, trying to stand out. But again, these were not considered appropriate, and that's why we repress them. Our goal in life is to acknowledge and assimilate all these dark sides of us and include them in our conscious so that we become this whole being. Next is anima, animus. Anima is the feminine aspect of a man, and animus is the masculine aspect of a woman. A man may project his anima on a woman, and a woman may project her animus on a man. So it differs from shadow in this regard because shadow is usually projected on a person of the same sex. A woman may confront the shadow of her animus by being over critical, over aggressive, and a man may confront the shadow of his anima by being oversensitive or irritable. Number three archetype is the self. The function of this archetype is to integrate all these different parts of the psyche and then become a whole. It is the purest expression of the divine within us. It is the source energy within us. And this process of assimilating all these different parts and becoming whole is called individuation. So, this was a quick explanation of the Jungian model of the psyche. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Also, if you like my content, please consider liking and subscribing. Bye.